Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another mission from Splinter Cell Chaos Theory. This is mission number 9, Bathhouse. And of course, as usual, this is Adrian speaking. I have to say, this is the mission I've used most amount of time on any mission I ever played, doing walkthroughs for the game guiders. First of all, the mission itself is really hard. And the other thing is that it's very hard to get 100% rating because you always get that one, you always get spotted like one time. And I googled it and checked it there, and there's a lot of people having a lot of issues getting 100% here. But after hours and hours, I actually think I used a couple of days figuring out the best route, the fastest route, the easiest way, and also getting that, nail that 100% rating. And I think this route I'm taking now is pretty neat and also very, as I said, I used a lot of work on it, so I hope this will help you out and try to nail that 100%. The first things we are going to do, I always start with that, with the first thing we're going to do. Well, it's getting past these guards, and as you can see, I took out my first guard there just because it's a lot quicker. Now I'm going to shoot out this light. Yeah, there we go. What the fuck? Alright, shooting that light, and then I'm going to shoot out this light, and then I do a whistle. Is to stop this guard from entering the room in there, because then he will start talking to the other guard. If you do this, you quicken up everything, you knock him out and grab him and put him into the shadows there, and then you actually skip the whole conversation, so we can just start moving. And you have to be quick, because that guard that went, there's a guard going outside there now. If you are a bit slow, he will spot you. And of course, it's really hard to hack anything, because you only get, you can only lock 2 of them. So the rest you have to figure out. So you have to learn really how to watch the codes and try to figure it out without pushing any of them. So that's pretty difficult. Now we are going to run up this way. I know there's a lot of people going another way around, but this is actually a lot quicker. As soon we took out the one we hacked now, we took out the camera, so we can just run up the stairs. So it's pretty neat. Now we're gonna hack this one. And as you see there, yeah, I was pretty sure that was the right code. And now we're going to do an objective here. I use this computer, or you can also use the drawers on the side there. And then we're going to jump into this vent. What's very neat if you're pretty quick here is that you will get into the room before the guard comes back. There will come a guard and he will enter the room. And that's pretty neat for us, because we can just stay there and wait for him. Now you only need to tap one of these computers. You don't need to do both. There's 2 computers there. And the guard will soon be back and going into this room to check. Then, so switch off the light and just stay here and wait for him to come. And of course this looks very easy, but it's very rehearsed. So if you want to do it slower and figure out a more slow route, the route itself is pretty neat. But if you want to like do it slower and try to do it in a more comfortable way, of course that is a lot easier. But as I said, I always like to try to do, I'm not doing speedruns, but I'm trying to do it fast and quietly, and yeah, and easy for you to copy. Okay, so the guards here are a bit random. They can be all over the place, so you have to be a bit careful and be a bit creative. As I said, that's just how it is. It's actually kind of cool that you can't really, they're not like 100% programmed. They're walking about, and it's not always that they will be in the same spot. There are also a lot of glitches, I would call it glitches in this mission. You can be completely in the dark, and even if you're in the dark, suddenly a civilian will start shouting, "Help, help me, Scar," and you get spotted without actually being spotted. So just be very careful, and as I said, I used so many hours on this, I can't even describe how many sweat and tears I've really worked for this. And of course, as I said again, it looks easy, but it's actually very hard, and you will figure it out when you start doing this mission, and you will get a bit pissed off, but you just have to be patient if you want to get that 100%. Of course, we could kill people, we could knock out people and do whatever you want, but if you want to get that 100% rating, you have to really be on your toes here. Okay, so now you see I took out that little aggregate or whatever it is that powers these lights. That's pretty neat, because then they will move over there and we can tap this. Also very important, make some noise over there, so they will come for the noise also, because if you do that, there's a civilian in here, he won't be here. And also another thing, if you do enough sound that the guards on the left side in this room here you like that guard, you can easily go past them. If you don't make any sound, the other guard will be in a very bad position. And now you see I use that sticky cam to make some noise and make him go over. It's a really tricky part to do, but when you learned it, it's very neat, and you can easily pass them, and it goes very fast. If you, of course, you can also do it in another way if you want to do it a bit more slow. Alright, and now you see my timing is good. Well, that was actually not so good, but I managed to get past him. Now we're going to turn on this valve and get a lot of heat, I don't know, steam. There we go. So he can't see you. Even if he kind of see you, he doesn't see you. So don't worry. As long as you say, what is that? Well, he can see the silhouettes of you, but he can't really see you. And also these turrets can't shoot you because they can't either see you because you are in steam. And this guard here is usually the one I fuck up on when I get far in this mission. So I've started to take him out because it's a much easier way to do it. So I'm doing that here. And now I'm going to tap this phone. That's the third and last phone we're going to tap.
That's the last phone.
And now we're going to shoot out this light, so this guard is hidden.
My pleasure.
There we go. And then we are going into this area. And now you have to be very patient. Do not rush it here. It looks like a very safe passage to go to that vent over there, but actually it's not. There is a guard on the right side now, and he will most likely see you. You can be lucky, but I wouldn't depend on luck here. I never do that. So I actually wait for him to pass. So I speeded up the time a little bit because the waiting it's about 10-15 seconds waiting there. So yeah, just have to wait. And then let it pass, and then you can go into this vent. And also this guard over here, he has a tendency to turn towards you when you're trying to enter the vent ventilation shaft. So what I'm doing here, I'm going to take him out just to be safe. So I'm just hiding right here in the shadow and just wait for him to come back. And then go straight behind him and knock him out. If you wait too much, he will turn and he can actually spot you. So yeah, now you see I'm saving it very much to avoid being spotted, because that's like you get spotted one time. That's or one or two times. Very hard. So I don't want to get spotted already here. And if you see, I'm really far away into the vent, because I also read about Google. I googled this, and it says that sometimes they can see you through the vent. That can count as one spot being spotted, because you are actually in the light. So I'm sticking as far away into the vent as I can be, so I'm sure that I'm not getting any spotted from that spot. So we're pretty safe, right? Now we can move out, and we are going into the hardest part of the mission actually. And I used a lot of time to figure out this. And also here, it's easy to get spotted. This is where everyone is getting spotted, right here. What I figured out is use a smoke grenade and throw it into the vent right there. And wait for it to pump out some smoke. And what happens is, like, you will cloak yourself from the two guards being on the left side, or that usually see you. So if you don't do that, they will most likely see you, or you can just get lucky. But if you do it like that, they will never see you. So that's a safe way to do it. Now do a little roll here, and you will be safe. They won't spot you there. And then there is this tricky bit. This is really tricky if you don't know what to do here. I figured out exactly the spot to throw the smoke grenade, so just watch this. We have two smoke grenades left. I'm throwing one there and one right there. Exactly that spot, then they won't see you. As you see, I'm a bit lucky but with the timing here, because that guard is turning on the other side. So yeah, there's a bit lucky involved here, but this is the safest way to do it. You just have to try over and over. And there is one thing I have to mention. Do not go do the stealth setup. Do Redding's recommendation, because then you will get 3 smoke grenades, not 2, and you actually need 3 smoke grenades to get past this area. So I should have mentioned that in the beginning, but I'm gonna do a little side note on that, so you will see it. But for you, yeah, you will see it already in the beginning anyway. So, but I just want to mention it again. Just use Redding's setup, not stealth, because then, as I said, you will have 3 smoke grenades, and you really need 3 smoke grenades. Right, remember to pick that door and close it behind you. If not, the guards will react to it and will stop up, and everything will be fucked. So you have to pick it and then close the door. And then this guard will be at this spot, exactly the spot when you're here, and then you can stick a shock around. They can see you in the dark, so it's no point trying to hide in the dark. You have to do it exactly as I'm doing it here to make this work. And of course he didn't see me. Also very easy to get spotted here, of course. And now we're gonna hide the body, or else the other two guards, two guards more will come, or actually three, but two guards will come into this area. So we have to really hide it so they can't see him. And it sounds pretty unsafe when there is actually a guard passing this area, but they won't see him there. I've done it a lot of times and they don't see him there. Right, and now we're going down here again and doing the other bomb. It's just yet speeding up the time. There is Shetland. We're gonna kill him later. Oh yeah, we're gonna kill him. And now there's a guard coming there, and he always comes to that area. So just wait until he is right there, and then do a sticky shocker on him. And there will be one more, so be patient, just wait, and do not go too far back, because then he will see you. Just stay under here. It takes a little while before he comes, but just don't move, just wait for him. There he is. And as soon as he's right here, then you have to use a sticky shocker. If you wait too long, he will spot the other guard laying there, over there. So that's why you have to take him out at that moment, not wait any longer than that. And now I'm shooting out the light to hide the bodies, of course. And now we're going to take out the third bomb. And here is actually, you are running out of sticky shockers because we're not going on stealth, we're going on Redding's recommendation. So we just have to use our last airfall round on this guard. So this is timed and planned, so don't use any more of your gadgets than I have shown in this walkthrough, or else you will run out in the end here, and that is pretty fucked up. So you see we have one airfall round and you have to hit him right there. You see that went well, but if you miss, well then you're fucked and you just have to try over. And of course I'm not saving in this walkthrough, so but of course if you're playing this you will of course save and make everything easier, but I like to keep it clean and rolling walkthrough with no saves in it to fuck it up. Right. There is Shetland, and now I'm of course speeding up the time a lot because this is a lot of talk, but I would recommend you to see this if it's first time. But of course now I'm just speeding it up, and I'm going to let you watch this little clip here. This is fucking awesome.
You're right, Doug. I wouldn't shoot an old friend.
And with that badass comment, I'm going to leave this mission behind. Hope to see you in mission 10, the last mission in Chaos Theory. Hope this helped you out, guys. See you later. Hey, hey.